What's up guys, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in to another video. It's your boy Rush, back at it again today. Well, as you can hear the sound of the waves, we are definitely in a different spot than the last video where we're in the garage. Decided to be out and about today because today we need some creativity in our minds for the second step of starting a YouTube channel. I want you guys to watch the first video if you haven't already, because that's a very important one. And once you're done with that, come and watch this video. So this video is all about the second step starting a YouTube channel, which is choosing your name. Choosing your name on the platform is very important because it's going to be how people identify you, how people find you, and it's very, very important for branding. So although you might overlook it as a very simple thing, oh, I'm just going to go with this name, it's actually much more than that, because you need to think long term. As your page and your brand gets bigger, there's certain names that are just not good. So you don't want to go through a name change. Going through a name change is actually really bad for your channel, because it can kind of set you back in certain ways. So it's better not to change your name ever. If you can avoid that, obviously it's the best solution, but sometimes some people get away with it, and sometimes people don't. So I would just advise you guys to really spend the time and try to come up with a very clever name, a good name. And I'm going to give you a few pointers in this video, and as to kind of things that you should do and you should focus on when you are choosing a name that are going to help you down the line. So I don't want you to overlook this step. The step is very important. Finding a good name is crucial. So please, don't overlook it. Take your time, do your research, ask your friends, brainstorm, do a lot of brainstorming until you find that name that just sticks, that name that's just perfect. Because nowadays there's a lot of channels, so a lot of the good names are taken, so it really you need a little creativity. So come to a place like this, think about it, and hopefully you'll be able to come up with a good name. Now, a few pointers that I want to give out to anyone that's thinking is you want to think something short, so don't pick a really long name. Descriptive of what your channel is about. So if I'm making something about cars, if I can include something about automobiles, about cars, speed, something like that, all these things are going to help my channel do better, because it's going to help my audience identify what my channel is about. So if you're beauty, then you can include that into your channel. If you're fitness, include that in your channel somehow. And that's just kind of my recommendation. So picking something short, something obviously descriptive of what you're doing, and lastly, something distinct. So you want something that's different. So you don't want people to confuse your channel with another channel. So picking something that kind of is off to its own is really good. So you notice a lot of big companies always pick names like Google. There's nothing else that comes close to Google, I think, in terms of like those names. Amazon, stuff like that, they're very just distinct, and they ring a bell, and that's what you want. So that as you're branding, when you get bigger, it all kind of flows together and you can continue growing your brand. Also, you want something that you can be proud of putting on a shirt, putting on a website, sending to your sponsor. So all these things obviously are going to play a very big role. So yeah, I just want to kind of share with you, that's kind of like my second step. At first I found my niche, then I picked my name, and then in the next video we'll talk about kind of going through the rest of the process. So anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, make sure you drop a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. My name is Rush, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.